One hand or two hands?
2 hands.
Why two hands?
For starting. You can move.
Also, how much does this thing cost?
A lot.
Yeah, want to drop it?
No.
2 hands.
Also, when you're recording with your phone, you want to turn with your cord, so you get a better video.
Oh no!
Also, when you look at your screen, you want to keep whatever you're focusing on in like the 75 percentile of your phone. Like you don't want me to be like in the corner of your phone. And you guys will learn about tripods later, but it's like a wall I can lean on, just right here.
Yeah.
If you like want to be stable again, you want to like lean against a wall.
So do it. Lean against the wall now, seriously. When you said lean against the wall, either you're going to be putting your feet forward and your back against the wall, right? Which case you can roll to pan across the room. Or if you can find a door jamb, or if you're like sideways against the wall, put one foot up against it, shoulder in, other foot out. 1, 2, 3, triangle. Triangle is the strongest shape in nature. Steady. How else can you make a tripod?
Stand it up, horse stance.
That's the last
What?
one. Other tripod is this one. You can do this at any table, surface, whatever. 1, 2, and my sternum is 3. Makes a triangle. Again, stable. Harder to turn with the core. Not impossible. And then the last one,
Yeah,
horse stance. All else fails you if everything else does not work. Bend knees, shoulder width apart, feet in a good bracing position. Maybe it's forward for you, maybe it's slightly skewed out. Turn the core, elbows in. Now, are there any special considerations we should have when doing recordings with any device?
Yeah, you guys should always try to be in good lighting, because if you don't have good lighting, you can't see what you're doing. So you should always take that into consideration wherever you go.
So if you can see my phone, I'm purposely standing here. Point light source. Totally washes out my screen, doesn't it? Like you can barely see anything else other than that bright light right there. The sun will do the same thing, and the sun will be vicious about it. So if you're going to take recordings, you want to make sure that the point light source is either to the side of you or behind you. A problem with having it behind, though, if the sun is there and a black curtain is here, or you're down in biomechanics, and I turn on the overhead lights and you have the black curtains, the camera will get screwed up according to the black curtain. We're going to do that later in the semester. The point is to actually deal with problems, right? So I'm going to throw you into situations where there is a problem and have to deal with it. And what's the last thing about it? There's light, and then there's
sound.
So what do we have to do when we're recording in order to make sure our sound is good?
Speak clearly. And
Well, if I have this here,
oh yeah, you don't want your phone too close to your mouth, because then it's just going to come out muffly. It's not going to sound right.
it sounds like Darth Vader. It's weird. Unless you want it to be that. So you got to hold it out a little bit. Right? If you are recording, oh, it turned off. Whatever. If you are recording, I thought it was still on. If you're recording with any recording device and you can't hear somebody, you need to get closer to them physically. If you are recording and you don't need to hear them, and you want a zoom in on them, don't. Get closer to them physically. The problem in this, that holds 75% of the center of the screen. The problem is all cameras, there is not one that doesn't have this problem, have a fisheye lens effect. When you are doing project 2 especially, you're going to see this. Because there's a particular one where you hold still and the person takes 8 steps across the screen and then turns. They'll start on one side, go to the other side, and you'll see it like, it'll look weird. That's what happens. There is no such thing as a camera that does not have a lensing effect. So if you zoom in, that gets worse, really worse. So you actually have to physically get nearer to people. And that means that you need to walk evenly, smoothly. And that has to do with that whole horse stance. Don't lock your knees. Because that makes you bouncy. And I'm extra bouncy. But it's what you do. Remember, you are a thing of carbon full of water with metal bones. Calcium, it's metal. Anyway, cool. Save it. Upload it. Grab your jackets.